tell me your name and your present role in Scouting, please?
Yeah, my name is Phil Addington, and I'm presently the Group Scout Leader of a Scout group down on the Oxford Road in Reading.
Perfect. And you work full-time, is that right, Phil?
Yes, indeed. And I work as an HR director, an international HR director, so I'm travelling a lot as well. So quite a lot of my scouting has to be done virtually as well as physically.
So how do you fit your scouting in around your work like that?
I have a supportive employer that sees some of these activities as beneficial as well, both to us as employees, but also to the organisation. I make good use of email, of our websites, of our Facebook sites, etc. To connect with our leaders, connect with parents, connect with potential members. People just have to be aware that they get messages at the strange times of day or night. Not that I'm nocturnal, but depending on where I am when I'm travelling, I find time to think about scouting, to do things for scouting, and keep things moving along, because my role as a group scout leader, as well as obviously wanting to take active part within the group, I can do some of the the planning, the administration, almost wherever I am. So from that point of view, it's a great role in scouting. It keeps me very much in touch with a hobby I enjoy, but also something that I can do from wherever I am, and at whatever time of the day, fitting in with my my work life as well, so it's great.
And you're still able to go on camps and trips and things like that?
Yes, indeed, yes, and we've just taken our scouts away on their first international camp, so I plan some of my my holiday time to go away, and obviously weekends are less of a problem. It's just when we're taking time out during the week, and the other thing is that I have a very supportive wife that helps me in my scouting as well. She's not a uniform member, but she gets involved in the adult side of helping out, both activities within the group, but also within the district.
So what got you first interested in volunteering?
I think it probably goes back to my time in scouting. I went through scouting from a cub. They didn't have beavers in my day, but cubs, and then on to scouts, and then helped out. It was sort of a natural progression in terms of my time in a village troop, and the village troop was very much part of the community. And what I did, I then helped out with the troop before going on to university. And when I was at university, helped with a group in South London. And when I came back to Reading, where my job took me, I moved around a bit, and so lost touch with scouting. But then when I put my roots back down here in Reading, I wanted to do something that I enjoyed. I wanted to do something that I could give something back where I'd actually gained, and I did gain a tremendous amount from my time in Scouts. And the main thing was, it's a hobby, and you've got to enjoy it.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do something in the volunteering space that I enjoyed. So it was a natural thing to come back round to scouting.
And you found it was fine switching between groups and areas and districts and things?
From that point of view, I've actually quite enjoyed that, and there's some familiarity with some of the the systems, the processes, the program, and that's developed over years, which is great to see. But so that it gives you that familiarity when you're going into a new group, and you think, oh yes, I've seen this, and they do that differently. So it's great from from that point of view, and you actually have both a vocabulary and a history and some practical experience that you can share with other people and build off it and ask things and so from that point of view I haven't found it to be an issue at all. And in fact it's actually been a benefit that you can actually get in there and help almost from day one.
And so you've had multiple different roles in Scouting.
Yes.
Is there one that you've particularly enjoyed?
Oh, because they all have been very different from being a scout leader. I was the district commissioner for Reading for some years, and now the group scout leader. I think probably the current role, because it's been something that we've started from scratch. It was new within the group, and almost in a way it was unexpected because I wasn't, when I set out to help establish the group in the Oxford Road, I hadn't planned to stay on as the group scout leader, and it was just a sort of a natural movement from what I was doing in terms of helping to set up through to staying and wanting to stay to see some of it come to fruition. So I think probably the current role.
Excellent. Do you feel that, I mean, you mentioned earlier about how you've got a lot out of Scouting. Do you feel that volunteering with the Scouts has given you personal benefits, any kind of professional benefits in terms of your skills in work or anything like that?
Yeah, I would certainly say so. I think it does. Has given me a number of things. It's given me some practical experience. Things that you can use in everyday life, and some of those skills that can perhaps be lost or even been seen as a little bit archaic, but are very relevant and very practical to today. And just a very simple example from the from our last camp. We've been doing our youngsters are young, and they haven't got a lot of scouting background, and we've been doing a lot of preparation for this camp, and we wanted to do some practical things, and knotting is perhaps not the most exciting thing, and we get a bit of stick in scouting about knotting, but one of the things that we were doing was actually building a raft, and the youngsters were in teams, and we were competing teams with other international groups, because it's obviously an international camp, and they were really pleased that the raft that they built was the only one that stayed together, and they could have played on it all afternoon, and it was just around using the right knots, the right way of actually sort of putting stuff together. So I said to them, look, knots may be a little bit boring, but it's giving you something that you can actually do and play with and enjoy by just doing some things right. And I think that's some of the things that we we talk about and we train, and probably don't even wave the flag enough in Scouting around some of the the skills that we do, and that's practical skills. It's skills around teams. It's skills around building confidence. Just really good rounded life skills from that point of view. But then I think from a personal point of view, it gives you another range of interests, another range of friends.
Do you have a favourite Scouting memory?
A favourite Scouting memory? Oh, that's a challenging one. There is actually a lot when I'm sort of flicking through my mind now. I think probably one of my first summer camps as a scout went up to the Peak District, which is an area of the country I hadn't been to as a 11-year-old, and it was just one of those glorious weeks. Beautiful sunshine. It was greenfield camping, so there wasn't any facilities around. You had to build the whole camp from scratch. And we just did some superb activities. It was we camped with, which again was something new, with a camp. With a group that was known to our scout leader. So that was all a little bit new, and again the two troops worked very well together. And I think even what I'm thinking now, I'm sort of tumbling through some of the images and activities, and I think it was just the newness of it and almost the responsibility of it, because you went away and you were responsible for to a certain extent looking after yourself. So I think that was
a good one.
That was a good one, and I think to a certain extent some of the competition, as a youngster, some of the things that we were able to do that a lot of our school friends didn't as an adult. Some of the things that we've done, and even just silly things like working with a group for some years, and then having one of the youngsters come up to you when they're in their work life and say thank you